Hello, I will be known to you as a disciple, the disciple of God. I want to ask of you that before you listen to this you will make a short prayer. The two witnesses prophets of God of Revelation 11. We will study one of the most important passages of the entire Bible. Revelation 11. This passage is about the two great prophets, martyrs, witnesses that God sent for the edification of his church, that is, true Christians. I must say that I, Tito Martinez, never hear in any church in a sermon on God's two witnesses of Revelation 11. In Christian churches, you almost never hear a sermon on God's two witnesses to build the church. Why? It's very simple. Because Satan has deceived many, and he has no interest on the preaching of the two witnesses. The devil wants you to be in the dark about the two witnesses, because he knows that these two human beings are the greatest enemies that Satan, the beast and false prophet will have on the earth during those 1260 days, and nobody can kill or to harm the two witnesses of God during their ministry. Saying that the two witnesses are Moses and Elijah is not preaching about the two witnesses, and not only that, the doctrine of the two witnesses are Moses and Elijah and Enoch, is a blatant lie, as the Revelation never saith that the two witnesses are Moses and Elijah. Just the two witnesses will be two Christians, two prophets sent by God throughout the world reign of the beast, for the edification of the church of God, which is currently in spiritual ruins, for he who prophesies edifies the church. 1 Corinthians 14, 3-4. The false teachers who preach the diabolical lie of the rapture of the church to heaven before a 7-year tribulation does not believe that these two future witnesses of God will build the church of God. Why? It's very simple, because these false teachers and false evangelists teach that the church of God is not on earth during the period of time that God's two witnesses preach, because they teach that God's church will be raptured to heaven before the coming of the two witnesses. Therefore, they do not believe the two witnesses to edify the church of God. How are these two witnesses to build the church of God, if those false teachers pre-tribulationists teach that the church of God will not be on earth during the period preaching of the two witnesses?